Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Legendary here, and today, people, we are finally going to be doing Yugi's Dark Side of Dimensions deck. So I'm really excited for this one. This one's going to be really cool. Unfortunately, I don't have my own Dark Side of Dimensions map for Yugi yet. I still have to make it, but I figured I need some content on this channel. You guys are excited to see it, so let me just do it. Let me just do it right now. Originally, I was going to build the Yuma versus Yugi... the Yuma and Yugi fusion deck, but I didn't actually have all the cards, but all the DSOD cards were here. So I was like, alright, perfect, I'll just do that. So I'm going to open the Yugi deck out of the gold Sark tin, just like in the show. And voila, there it is. Dark Side of Dimension Yugi's deck. It's going to be pretty cool. So, let's just hop right into it. We're going to start off with the classic Dark Magician from the DSOD artwork. This is my favorite Dark Magician. Originally, it was the original Dark Magician, and the other ones, you know, kind of like were scattered around in terms of my favorite art. But this one, as soon as I saw this one, instantly took everything. So this is my favorite one so far. I love the way it looks. He looks so amazing and badass, and he just looks great. But yeah, so we got Dark Magician, we got Dark Magician Girl with its alternate artwork, so this is very nice, very pretty. Then we got Kiwi Magician Girl. He used a lot of Magician Girls in the movie, Yugi did. So yeah, that's Kiwi Magician Girl, Chocolate Magician Girl, Apple Magician Girl, Lemon Magician Girl, and then Berry Magician Girl. So yeah, really cool cards, really strong. They combo really well together. You just have to learn how to memorize their effects. And that's pretty much it. So these cards are great. Like I said, you just have to memorize their effects. I still haven't memorized their effects yet. Like, I know this one discards a spell and draws, but they all have an effect. Like when they're targeted for an attack or with a card effect or something, they can do something else. So I haven't memorized the differences between all of them yet. So they each do a different thing when they're targeted for an attack. But yeah, so once you memorize how to use them, memorize their effects by heart, it'll be much easier to use this deck effectively because you'll know what cards to search for, what cards to add to your hand, what cards to send to the grave and stuff. So it'll go a lot smoother. But yeah, so these are all the magicians in the deck that he used in the movie, and yeah, that's pretty much it right there. Then we got Lord Gaia, the Fierce Knight. So that's pretty cool. He summons himself. He's like a cyber dragon, so that's awesome. Then we got Gandora X, the Dragon of Demolition. This card is powerful. I literally just finished testing it out, and it won me a duel because it does burn damage, and then you get to just attack directly. So really awesome. Next we got some of the gadgets. We got Gold Gadget and Silver Gadget. So these cards just special summon level 4 gadget monsters from your hand. And then if they're destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon a level 4 lower gadget from your a level 4 gadget from your deck. So they just swarmed the others out. So obviously the last 3 gadgets, yellow, green, and red, I added there to work with all that. So pretty awesome. Then we got Celtic Arm of Noble Guards and Celtic Guardian. So yeah, really powerful. Pretty cool. Not that bad. I really love the artwork for this. It looks gorgeous. Looks very gorgeous artwork. I like it. And then we got 3 copies of Marsh Macaroon. Really helps you stall out a lot. And, you know, possible tribute fodder. We got Clear Karibo. And we got the Karibo. So yeah, I'm not going to read all the effects of every single card from the movie because we'll be here forever. But, you know, just play around, test with it, you know, get used to it. And, you know, you'll get the habit of it. But yeah, it's a fun deck. It's really cool. Next we got the spell cards. So we got Dark Magic Veil. Much easier to summon Dark Magician with that. Magical Dimension. Magical Contract Door. Allows you to search out a level 7 or 8 dark monster. Then we got Pot of Greed. Graceful... Pot of Greed and Monster Reborn. We got the anime effective card of Sanctity, obviously. We got Gold Sarcophagus. And Swords of Revealing Lights for some stall. So yeah, the last cards are just draw power and searching to help you get to your plays better and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty straightforward, honestly. Then we got, for traps, we got Mirror Force, we got Magic Cylinder, we got Magician Circle, and that's pretty much a lot of the old support. Then for the new support, from the movie. We got Magician's Defense, which cuts damage in half, and then when this card is destroyed, you can special summon a spellcaster from your graveyard. Pretty nice. Then we got Dark Horizon, which allows you to special summon a spellcaster from the deck when you take damage. Another kind of Swords of Revealing Light, and you wanted to trap, you pay 1,000 to end the battle phase, I think. Then we got Dimension Guardian. This is a powerful card because you could target. This is a good defensive card, so you could target a monster you control. It can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, which is really cool. Then we got Dimension Spix. This does a lot of burn damage. Summon a weak monster, let them attack the weak monster with something strong. Activate this, and then they'll take damage equal to the difference. So that's very strong. We got Metalfold, the Moving Blockade, Counter Trap. So this is another kind of like Stronghold, the Moving Fortress card. You target any number of level 4 monsters you control. I'm going to read these because these have very specific effects and they're not as generic as some of the other spells, which are just very straightforward. You activate this card by targeting any number of level 4 machine monsters you control. Special summon this card as an effect monster. Then equip those face-up monsters to this card. So if you have like your 5 gadgets on the field, all at once, which would be kind of crazy to do, but if you pull that off, you can equip all 5 of them to him. Then if summoned this way, this card gains attack equal to the combined attack of all the monsters equipped by this effect. Monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters you control for attacks except this one. Also, your opponent cannot target monsters you control with card effects except this card. So that's awesome. So just to do a real quick count, so we have 1,500 and 1,700, so that's 32. This would be 44, 57, 71. So altogether, if you have all the gadgets on the field and equipped it to Metalfold, you'll have 7,100 attack points. And they're forced to attack this monster only, so if you summon more monsters, they have to attack this card. And also, your opponent cannot target monsters you control with card effects except this one. So they have to get rid of this card first before they can touch you at all with other stuff. So that's really cool. I have never pulled that combo off yet. It's very hard to pull it off, even with, I haven't actually drawn the gadgets yet, so I haven't even done that, but it is a possible combo you can do in the deck, which is really cool. And then there's another one. We have this card right here, Metamorphosis. Yeah, continuous trap. Target a level 4 monster you control. Special summon this card as an effect monster, just like the other one. Then equip that face-up monster to this card. If summoned this way, this card gains attack and defense equal to the attack of the monster equipped to it by this effect. Also, if it attacks it, change it to defense position at the end of the damage step. So it's not as powerful as this, but it's easier sort of to kind of play it out. So you, like, if you target Dark Magician, you equip Dark Magician onto this card, so Dark Magician would be standing on top of the fortress, like I think he did in the movie, and then this card's attack and defense will equal Dark Magician's attack, so it'll both be 25, and then after this card attacks, he'll switch to defense. So it's cool. It's like you attack, and then it switches to defense. He'll have high defense because it's equal to the attack, and it's cool. So it's just a lot simple. It could get as powerful as this depending on if you target a monster that has high enough attack. But this has more potential to get up higher than this. But this is just more. I think this is more usable, while this card requires you to have a lot more pieces on the field. This just requires you to have any level 4 higher monsters, so it's easier to use, and this one's just more tricky to use if you want it at full power. And then obviously the final trap card is Stronghold, the Moving Fortress, and so that's the main deck. So real quick, I'll just show you guys the side deck. There's no extra deck, there's no fusions. I mean, if you guys want to add like polymerization with Buster Blader and stuff, you can if you want. It's up to you. I didn't add it because he did use poly. Well, actually, he had poly in the movie, but he didn't use it, I don't think, because he didn't really fuse anything in the movie. But so I just took it out because I'm like, it wasn't really necessary for him to have it in the deck if he didn't even fuse. But you can if you want to go for Dark Paladin or something or whatever. But I just took it out. It wasn't necessary. But yeah, so on the side deck, obviously you notice there was no Magnet Warriors and stuff because that's Yugi's thing. He didn't use the Magnet Warriors in the movie for some reason, so I just added it in the side deck in case if you guys want to try it out. So yeah, These are the Magnet Warriors, and you could just tech those cards in. I would recommend only this card. This deck right now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 high-leveled monsters in the whole deck. That's pretty standard. Try to keep it the highest 6 if anything, but usually if you have 3 or 4, it's pretty good, because you don't want to clog your hands with high-leveled monsters, especially monsters like this that you can't even summon unless you have all the right pieces and stuff. So if you're gonna add him, you gotta take out another high-leveled monster in the main deck and to kind of play around with it. So you guys just play around with it. There's also Sentry, the Soldier of Stone. I didn't add him because there were no rock monsters in this deck, so his effect wouldn't even be able to activate. So I figured, oh, there's no point. Yeah, he's a good 2,000 beater in defense, 2,000 wall, but I just figured there's really no purpose. There's no rock monsters, and that would work better with the Magnet Warriors, which are all rock. So I was like, all right, that's fine. So I'll just put it in the side if you guys want to test that out with the Magnet Warriors and stuff. But yeah, so, and then so these are 2 new support cards that came out for the manga Yugi, or DSOD Yugi, and that is Magician of Chaos and Magician of Black Chaos Max. So yeah, these cards are really cool, really awesome. This card is very strong. I haven't tested this card out yet. I didn't add these cards in the main deck. The main reason why is because I just wanted to use the cards that were only used in the movie, and I didn't have much room for it. Obviously the ritual spells with it too, but I didn't have much room for it. But if you guys really want to test it out, and you want to figure out, well, what can I take out to add those cards in, I would recommend taking out from here Gaia. I know he's really good, but I mean, you got to make sacrifices if you want to try new things. So yeah, you could take out Gaia, and the Magician Girls might have to stay. So I would take out Gaia and maybe Gandora, or maybe you could just take out some other monster you don't need. Maybe you want to take out a Karibo, or actually no, if you want, you could take these 2 cards out. Yeah, you could take out Celtic Guard and Celtic Guardian, because these cards only work good when they're together, and you could get some draw power from it and stuff, but ultimately there's kind of no point. I mean, it's just a cool little combo, but it doesn't really do too much, and you have to have both of them to make them really effective. And even when it's effective, the most you'll get to draw is like 2 cards, because this card's effect is cannot attack while you have any cards in your hand, so that's one bad thing. He has 21 attack, which is good, but he can't attack unless you have no cards in your hand. And then you could special summon a Celtic Guard monster from your hand. Then when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can draw cards equal to the number of Celtic Guard. There's only 2, so you'll only ever draw 2, which is great, but like you have to have them both in your hand at the same time. You're like almost never gonna have that unless you get really lucky, and then you only get to draw 2. And you have to inflict battle damage with this card first, which might be kind of difficult depending on at what point in the duel you're in. So maybe take these 2 cards out. You can leave Gaia in if you want, and just add these 2 cards right in. Take those 2 out, add these 2 in, and then if you want, you could take Gaia out, or you could leave it in. He's like a Cyber Dragon, so it might not be that bad if you leave him in. And that's pretty much it. And then just, I don't know, get rid of one of the spell cards in here for one of the traps or spells. Maybe this card isn't that great. All it does is half damage while you control a spellcaster monster. Its second effect is good, but if your opponent doesn't pop it, then you can't even activate it, because it has to be popped. Well, you could pop it yourself too with Mystical Space Typhoon if I have it in here. That's supposed to be in the side deck too, so. But yeah, take out whatever you feel you don't really need, and that's pretty much it. But that's if you want to use those 2 cards along with this. And then, yeah, for the rest of the side deck, we got 1,000 Knives, Magnet Reverse, for the Magnet Warriors and stuff, and it also works for the gadgets if you want to mix the gadgets with the, with the gadgets with the Magnet Warriors, because they're Rockin' Machines, and this is Rockin' Machine support. We got Ties of the Brethren to help you get the gadgets out there faster. Actually, I might add this in the main deck now that I think about it, because now that I have now that I have 5 gadgets, if I draw any one of them along with this card, I could pretty much summon 3, and then that trap card will become more viable. So I might add this in the main deck. I'm not sure what to take out for it. Maybe I'll take out, it's kind of hard to say really. I don't really know. I mean, Stronghold the Moving Fortress isn't that good anymore because it's, you know, these cards kind of outclass it. Sorry, these two cards kind of outclass it, but I don't know. It's kind of difficult. I'm not sure what to take out yet. I'll have to think about it, but I do want to kind of main deck this because this could really come in handy, especially if you mix it with the Magnet Warriors and stuff. But yeah, so that's a good card. Try to fit that in if you can. We got Magnet Reverse. We got Shattered Axe. And then the final cards from the movie. We got Final Gaius, or Gaius. We got Dig of Destiny. We got Dimension Reflector and Dimension Mirage. I didn't choose to add these in the main deck because, well, one, there wasn't enough space. I had to add other stuff. But I felt like these cards were the most effective. These two cards right here, Dimension, I think Dimension Mirage works in combination with one of the other cards. So I didn't add this in the main deck because this is part of the loop that he used to defeat Aigami in the duel. But it's part of a very specific combo, so I didn't add it in the main deck obviously because it's too situational. But yeah, Dimension Reflector is also really good too. But like I said, you know, just side in whatever you guys want to use. Don't worry about it. You don't have to build it my way. I'm just giving you a base of how I decided to build it. But you can build it however you want. Whatever you really want to use and whatnot. But anyway, guys, yep, that's the deck profile for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the Dark Side of Dimensions deck. There's a couple different ways you could build it. Like I said, you could build it with the Magnet Warriors. If you want to tech in, you know, the Silent Swordsman, Silent Magician stuff, you can tech that stuff into. Just, you know, figure it out. But this is kind of like the basic build using mainly the monsters that he used in the movie. And it actually works pretty well. I got like 2 wins with it so far. I got a few wins with it so far, but it's good. You just gotta, you know, draw the right cards, the right pieces, as usual with any deck. But yeah, other than that, it's a good deck. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Try out this deck from Dark Side of Dimensions. It's really good. It's really fun, and it was a fantastic movie. You guys should definitely watch it. It's a long movie though. I think it's 2 hours long. So if you guys want to watch it, make sure you're fully rested. You got some popcorn. You're ready to sit down and just enjoy because it's a good movie. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless you guys. Thank you guys for everything. Gotcha.